McConnell. And the head coach for Burch, Mike Smith. For Doddridge, assistant coaches Doug Hudson and Craig Keller. For Burch, assistant coaches Bill Smith and Jim Chafin. The support staff for Doddridge, Junior Underwood, Jamie McCloy, Krista Shepard, Mike Montgomery, and Lorene Beverland. The support staff for Burch includes Kim Davis, David Stratton, Chris Young, and Sean Markham. The Charleston Lions Club host for Doddridge is Greg Moore, and the Lions Club host for Burch is Rat Thom. Now introducing the squads for Doddridge. Number 34, Mike James. For Burch, number 32, Daniel Mounts. For the Bulldogs, number 12, Eric Griffin. And for the Burch Bulldogs, 42, Orville Bailey. From Doddridge, wearing 32, Brian Davis. From Burch, wearing 22, Ernie Hinkle. For Doddridge, number 44 is Brian Mills. For Burch, number 52 is Ashley Sparks. For the Doddridge Bulldogs, number 50 is Dave Burnside. For the Burch Bulldogs, number 12 is Charlie Justice. And also for Burch, number 40 is Wes Irwin. Now matching up your starting fives. For Doddridge, a 6'1 junior, number 22, Dave Hudson. For Burch, a 6'1 sophomore, number 20 is Rick Priest. From Doddridge, a 6-foot sophomore, 24, L.R. Sammons. For Burch, 6'1 junior, number 34, J.J. Maynard. From Doddridge, 6'1 junior, number 30, Mike Bennett. From Burch, a 6'7 junior, number 50, Trinity Crank. For the Burch Bulldogs, 6'3 a junior, number 40, Mike Mosser. For the Burch Bulldogs, a 6'1 sophomore, number 24, J.B. Cottle. Rounding out the starting fives for Doddridge, 6'2 senior, number 42, Scott Shepard. And for Burch, a 6'1 senior, number 10, Billy Irwin.
It's game time. The tip-off in 1 minute after we hear this message from One Valley Bank. Now more than ever, the one bank for all of West Virginia.
There's a special spirit in West Virginia, an unspoken bond among the people who live here. Maybe that's why all over the country there are clubs for West Virginians far from home. Or maybe that's why people who now have to live out of state still subscribe to their hometown West Virginia newspaper. Loyalty like that takes time. It's something you have to earn. And when it comes to your financial needs, we've been earning the loyalty of West Virginians since 1867. We've built together. We've worked together. And no one knows West Virginia's hills and valleys better. We were there for you yesterday. We'll be there for you tomorrow. And that's why we proudly say, One Valley Bank. Now more than ever, the one bank for all of West Virginia. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This copyrighted broadcast is made under exclusive rights granted to the Metro News Radio Network by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. Any rebroadcast, publication, or use of the accounts or description of this game without the express written consent of the Metro News Radio Network is prohibited. Once again, from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, here's Kyle Wigg.
Mark Mosser to jump it up against Trinity Crank. The officials are ready, the players are ready. The ball's in the air, the Class Single A Championship game underway. And Burch controls after a nice effort from J.B. Cottle to save it in bounds.
The Bulldogs of Doddridge County immediately come out man-to-man, and it is Shepard matching up against Billy Irwin.
Right side they go. Here's Priest to Crank head of the key. Left wing, Irwin. Irwin guarded by the senior Scott Shepard. Crank right wing in front of the Doddridge bench.
The other thing that Dan McConnell wants to do is to rough up Trinity Crank inside with Mosser. He feels that Mosser is more physical than the Burch Jr.
Billy Irwin trying to make a move around Shepard. He gives it off right side to Cottle. Cottle looks inside. And Maynard pops out to get the ball to Irwin, to the lane, and he scores with the right hand. Billy Irwin puts Burch up 2-0. We've played 50 seconds of the opening quarter. Full court pressure defense, a near steal by Caudle, but Doddridge County controls. Shepard into the front court, dribbles between the legs, and then gives to the sophomore point guard, L.R. Salmons.
Mike Smith said defensively nothing fancy today, a lot of zones, starting out 1-3-1.
Shepard skip pass to Salmons. Now Shepard has it again in the corner. He'll shoot a three. It's short. The ball hits the floor. Shepard gets it back and fires it off. Here's a three on the way from Hudson. It rolls around and drops.
This game shows a start identical to the one that Doddridge County was involved with Parkersburg yesterday. That being Hudson hitting the first two baskets of the game, and both of them were three-pointers.
Irwin walks it up, guarded by Shepard. Bounce pass into Maynard, and Maynard is fouled, the first foul of the ball game. 3-2, Doddridge County leading Burch in the opening moments here. That foul on L.R. Salmons. The 6'4" sophomore has shown a poise and coolness beyond his years in this state tournament. And now a turnover. Burch threw it away. Caudle tried to bounce it off to the right wing. There was no one there. Bennett triggers to Mosser. Off to Hudson, who's double teamed. Mosser loses his dribble. There's Shepard looking and getting the basketball. Inside, a nice pass to Mike Bennett for the layup.
The one thing Burch wanted to do with their press was to take the ball out of the hands of Shepard. And Doddridge County did a smooth job of calmly finding Shepard to let him run it.
Irwin gets around. Shepard throws it up and in off the glass.
Two times down the floor, the Shepard-Irwin matchup, and Billy Jay's taking him to the basket to score both times.
Doddridge County gets it across the line. Here's Hudson. Hudson down the right side of the lane, giving it off to Mosser. Now left side Shepard, and he's fouled from behind by Billy Irwin. Irwin trying to slide over there and cut off the drive. He couldn't do it, caught him on his hip.
You notice how Doddridge County is spreading the floor offensively. They want to spread this Bulldog zone out a little bit to give Shepard the opportunity to put it on the floor to the basket, and as always, look for Mr. Inside Mike Mosser.
The DC Bulldogs leading Burch 5-4. And here's a three-pointer by Salmons. It's up off the front of the rim. No good. A rebound to Caudle. Caudle clears immediately to Billy Irwin. Irwin off to Priest, who fakes a three. Right wing Caudle. Caudle looks inside, gives it back to Priest. Doesn't shoot the open three, but Irwin will. It's up and in.
Irwin did a nice job stepping out behind the screen set by Maynard. No hesitation in releasing the three.
That puts Burch up 7-5. 3 minutes deep into the first quarter. Penetrating is Salmons. Then he peels out of the lane. He didn't have the numbers there. No one with him. Salmons off to Hudson. In the corner, Bennett. Back out front, Salmons. Salmons directs traffic, dribbles left side, and then gives it off to Shepard, 40 feet from the goal. In the corner, Hudson. A lob into Bennett, and he kicks it off at the last moment. Back out to Salmons. Three-pointer, no good. Ball hits the floor. And there is Bennett running it down in the corner. Skip past Hudson. He'll shoot a three. It's up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound. Bennett, one dribble. The shot no good. He hit the underside of the rim, and Burch clears the rebound. 7-5. The Bulldogs in the lead. Right side Caudle. Skip pass deep in the left corner to Billy J. Irwin. He gets it into Maynard, who kicks it out to Trinity Crank. 15-footer no good right from the free throw line, and Salmons bats the rebound out of bounds. It'll belong to Burch.
That is the first time that we have seen someone other than Billy Irwin attempt a shot for the Bulldogs in the first 4 minutes of the game.
7-5, Burch in the lead. The Bulldogs in blue with the ball. Nice entry pass to a wide open J.J. Maynard. He quickly throws it up and in.
Time and time again in this state tournament, we have seen Burch score off inbound plays.
Here is Hudson improvising in the lane. His twisting shot missing. Rebound to Caudle. Billy Irwin brings it up, dribbles behind his back and through his legs, takes it to the goal and scores.
Now Billy Irwin matching quickness against quickness when he goes against Shepard, and so far the Mingo County Bulldog the better of that matchup.
Here's a pass down the court to Mosser. Mosser tries to drive baseline, is cut off, comes back out right wing to Hudson. Head of the key now, Salmons back to Hudson. Hudson to Mosser. Mosser, the pass inside to Shepard. Strong move up and in. Shepard scores with the left hand. He was double teamed. And it's 11-7. A 4-point lead for the Burch Bulldogs. 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. Priest looking inside, comes to Crank at the free throw line. They dare him to shoot it, he'll take it. He misses it long. Tipped up once, no good. Tipped up again. The third time, Maynard gets the ball and scores. J.J. Maynard with 4.
If there's one player who can match up physically against Doddridge County, it is J.J. Maynard.
And a steal on the press. Billy Irwin inside to Crank, layup good. Doddridge County turned it over, and Burch immediately cashed in. It's 15-7. Shepard quickly pulls up from 13, throws it up and in off the glass with the left hand. Scott Shepard, the senior, trying to lead his team back into this game. It's 15-9. Burch in the lead, 2:24 to go. Billy Irwin calmly walks it into the front court. Shepard picks him up at the three-point arc. Right side, Priest. Looking inside. Priest still has it. Priest with a dribble. Priest backing away from the defense. Now he goes in the corner to Maynard. Back to Priest. Billy Irwin head of the key. Left side now. It's J.B. Caudle to Crank. Crank loses it and runs it down in front of the Doddridge County bench. And now Billy Irwin has it, and he's having some sort of physical problem.
I think Irwin took an elbow to the neck trying to come off a pick. He appears to be having difficulty breathing.
And now Crank gets it and takes it to the goal and scores. Timeout on the floor. No, they wave off the basket. He traveled. No basket. Timeout on the floor. Metro News sports coverage of the 1993 state tournament is being brought to you in part by the West Virginia Beef Industry Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
In the days before the shot clock, one college basketball game actually ended with a score of 1-0.
Come on, shoot! What's the hurry?
These days, things move faster. So we suggest you spend the next, say, 24 seconds deciding whether you'll give some sirloin beef kebabs, porterhouse steaks, or juicy burgers a shot tonight for dinner. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by the West Virginia Beef Industry Council Beef Checkoff Program.
People all over are cashing in when they play the West Virginia Lottery's Cash 25. They've won over $9 million, including more than $125,000 prizes. That's because Cash 25 is the game with the best odds in the country. How do you cash in on Cash 25? Go to your lottery retailer, fill in your Cash 25 play slip, and if you match 6 out of 25 numbers, you've won $25,000. Drawings every Friday. Play the West Virginia Lottery's Cash 25, the game with more winners more often.
15-9 the score. Burch in the lead. Billy Irwin indeed took an elbow right to the throat. He walked over to the official right before the inbounds play and tried to explain what happened. And now a steal by Burch. Caudle scores and draws the foul on the setup from Priest.
Priest took the steal. The ball was batted in the air, and Priest, with his back to the basket, threw a blind pass into the lane to the cutting Caudle, who had the easy layup.
Caudle at the line, his first 2 points. It's 17-9 now. Burch in the lead. Burch 8 of 10 from the field in this quarter. Billy Irwin 4 of 4. Doddridge County 4 of 10, and Caudle converts the conventional three-point play. And it's 18-9. A minute and a half to go first quarter. Shepard has it tipped away from behind, and he's fouled by Rick Priest.
As the Bulldogs enter this game today, they are trying to break that tie between 4 single-A schools: Payton City, Mullins, Bramwell, and Burch, and Harts. 5 for the most single-A championships, each owning 3. And bear in mind, the Burch Bulldogs have never lost a single-A championship game dating back to 1957.
Second team foul on Burch. Doddridge County sets it in. Here's Shepard looking inside. Off to Hudson in the corner. Back to Shepard. Shepard dribbles once, commits himself in the air, then bounces it high to Salmons. Salmons to Bennett in the right corner. Left side again, Hudson. Hudson double team. Takes one dribble, gives it back to Shepard, fakes a 3. Off to Hudson, he fakes a 3. Skip pass right side, Salmons. Salmons back to Shepard. Shepard pulls up from 14, lanes in and scores. Scott Shepard with 6. And the 2 seniors going at it here. Shepard shooting well from the field. Billy Irwin is 4 of 4 from the field. He has 9 points. And now Rick Priest handling the point guard duties for Burch. Off to Caudle. Right side hash. To Irwin, head of the key. Irwin to Priest, left side. Trinity Crank pops out and catches the ball 20 feet from the goal. Irwin thinks about a 3. Shepard plays off of him a step. And now Crank has it again. Back out front, Caudle. Right side Maynard. Priest fakes a 15-footer right at the free throw line and flips to Maynard. Left side Caudle. Back to Irwin. Irwin on the dribble. Doesn't shoot. Brings it back out to Priest. Clock down to 10 seconds for the quarter. 18-11 the score. Burch in the lead. Billy Irwin wants to take his man to the goal. The dish to Priest, and it's blocked out of there by Mosser. Mosser rejected it out of bounds. 1.3 seconds left. We'll see if Burch can get a shot off here.
That's just good defense negating good offensive movement.
They get the play from the sidelines. Mike Smith, and the official lays the ball down on the court. Into Caudle. He gives it off to Irwin. A three-pointer, no good. It went through the basket, but it will not count. It came after the buzzer. That's the end of the first period with the score. Burch 18, Doddridge County 11. While in Charleston, visit Murads at 35th Street in Kanawha City, the place to watch the NCAA tournament. If you can't get your favorite team on television, come down to Murads. Watch it on satellite. Our timeout continues. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Burch with the early advantage in the battle of the Bulldogs here for the Class Single A State Championship Tournament. After one quarter, Burch leads Doddridge County 18-11. Here's a three-pointer by Shepard, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hudson and is blocked by Crank. Burch on the break. Caudle gives to Priest, left side Irwin. He lines up a three and hits it. Billy Irwin is on today. 5 for 5 from the field. He has 12 points. And it's a 10-point Burch lead.
What Irwin now has is Shepard backing up on him defensively, knowing how he can take it to the basket, and the three-point attempt is more open.
Bad pass. Hudson throws it out of bounds. It belongs to Burch again. Irwin to trigger to Priest. Priest dribbling right in front of the Burch bench. He bounces it back to Billy Irwin. Irwin will be picked up by Shepard at the three-point arc. Right side Priest looking inside. Takes a dribble off to Crank, 17 feet away. Burch will shoot another three. It's Irwin, no good. Rebound tipped by Bennett. He tipped it right to Shepard. Shepard stutter steps on the dribble. Penetrates, then kicks it off to Mosser, who misses the shot. He threw it up high off the glass. Rebound to Irwin. Irwin pushes it. Irwin stops at the free throw line to Priest. Here's a two-pointer. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Shepard. Shepard stumbles down, but is able to get up and regain control of the basketball. Mosser will shoot from the left side of the basket, 8 feet away. He misses, and Irwin with another rebound. Around the back he comes. Irwin pulls up from 8, shoots it through. Billy Irwin with 14. He hasn't missed yet.
Billy Irwin has such nice rotation on his release and good follow-through. A nice soft shot.
A steal by Trinity Crank as he snuck in the passing lane and picked it off, but then he tried to do a little spin move and ended up traveling, giving it right back to Doddridge County.
Let's talk about an unsung hero in this game for Burch. It is J.J. Maynard, whose bulk inside has not let Mike Mosser get it with his back to the basket until now.
Here is Mosser with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Bennett gets the rebound. He throws it up and in. Mike Bennett with 4.
Mike Bennett, the leading rebounder in this tournament for Doddridge County. And Bennett has had more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
23-13 the score. Burch in the lead, 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Wes Irwin has checked into the game. He throws it to his cousin Billy. Wes has it back in the corner. A couple of dribbles, baseline jumper, up no good. Wes Irwin goes strong for the rebound, but Bennett out-muscles him. Bennett trapped, he gets it off to Shepard. Shepard Zigzags on the dribble, bounces it ahead to Bennett, and it goes right between Bennett and Hudson out of bounds. Bennett thought it was for Hudson. He let it go, and Hudson was in no possession to catch the ball. In no position to catch the ball, I should say. 10-point lead, Burch with the ball back. 5.5 to go, second quarter. And there's blood on the shorts of Scott Shepard. Looks like he's suffered some sort of injury, maybe to his hand or his arm. Trinity Crank from the free throw line, shoots the jumper and hits it. Trinity Crank with 4 points now, and it's 25-13. And now we've got a timeout, Doddridge County. With a break in the action, let's take a moment to hear from Subway, home of the world's greatest tuna sandwich.
Where can you go? Shake hands with Van Gogh.
Work with a Rembrandt. Say hey to Michelangelo.
Subway's the place where fresh is the taste.
We're sandwich artists, we create with pride.
Subway sandwich made fresh.
Before your ride.
Made fresh.
Before your ride.
Ask a Subway sandwich artist to make you a 6-inch tuna sandwich, only $1.89 for a limited time at Subway.
If your taste in automobile design is bold and distinctive with style that rides the cutting edge of innovation, you'll appreciate the new 93 Pontiacs at Mountaineer Auto Mall. On display now, Pontiac Grand Am. The look will stop you. The engineering will move you. Pontiac Grand Prix. It's nice to know there are some things you can control. And Pontiac Bonneville. When the open road calls, Bonneville's your answer. You'll learn why the makers of Pontiac 93 say, we are driving excitement when you visit Mountaineer Auto Mall. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley.
Players back out on the court after that Doddridge County timeout. The DC Bulldogs wearing their home yellow uniforms, trailing here 25-13 to the Burch Bulldogs.
Dan McConnell had to change his lucky shirt. They didn't go home after yesterday's game. I said, where's the lucky shirt? He said, this is our road lucky shirt.
Doddridge County with the ball. Hudson guarded by Crank. Burch packed into the zone defense. Skip pass over the defense. Salmons pulls up off the baseline, misses from 8. Rebound Trinity Crank. It's batted out of bounds by Scott Shepard, and it'll belong to Burch.
You see J.J. Maynard for the 3rd straight game drawing the most difficult defensive assignment. On Thursday, it was Scott Cooper, or Mark Cooper rather, of CK. Last night, Kelly Mann, and today Mike Mosser, and Maynard doing an excellent job of keeping Mosser off the boards.
Irwin open for a 3. It's up and in. Billy Irwin with 17 points, and he's 7 of 8 from the field. Bennett into the front court, off to Shepard. Shepard sees a seam and has it popped away. Burch had it stolen momentarily, and Shepard hustling all the way after the basketball, tried to save it inbounds. He did throw it back to Bennett, but he had stepped on the end line.
Billy Irwin was caught in the hustle for the ball with Shepard and caught perhaps another elbow to the face.
Here was Irwin bringing it up.
Yeah, he's checking. He's got some teeth. Yeah, it may not be altogether stable.
Rough game for Billy Irwin. He's been the star, though, with 17 points. Here's Trinity Crank with a turnaround jumper outside the blocks, and it's good.
Trinity Crank, like Mike Mosser, with their back to the basket. Very difficult to contain one-on-one.
30-13, that's the Burch lead. Shepard left wing in the corner. Hudson, skip pass, right side. Salmons doesn't shoot the 3, gives it to Hudson. One dribble and a shot off the baseline, no good. Rebound Irwin. Irwin wants to push. Irwin into the lane. Irwin left-hand layup, up and in.
People say, has Billy Irwin played this way all year? No. He is capable of playing this way all the time, but this year he's concentrated more on setting up his teammates with assists rather than taking the bulk of the scoring.
Here's Bennett, offensive foul. It was Priest that drew the charge. And the ball goes back to Burch after the player control foul. Burch.
We see Trinity Crank, after he broke out of the huddle from the last time out, came out limping, and now he will go to the locker room with what looks like to be a twisted left ankle.
He left the floor in his own power. Wes Irwin shoots a 3, no good. A rebound fought for and tied up. It was Maynard in there who grabbed it for Burch and was tied up.
Well, for Doddridge County, opportunity is knocking. Trinity Crank in the locker room getting that left ankle looked at. Billy Irwin looks like he's got a cut in the right corner of his mouth. It looks like from time to time you see a little blood pop up there as well, and he just took his wrist and flicked some away and took an elbow earlier, so he's not at full speed.
32-13. The lead for Burch here with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Maynard in the corner. Back out front to Caudle. Irwin has it again. Left side Caudle. Caudle looking inside. Maynard pops out to get the ball. Now Irwin has it on the right wing. Irwin, free throw line extended right side to Caudle. Back to Irwin, head of the key. To Wes Irwin. Now back to Billy J. Working around a screen. Can't get the shot off. He bounces it in the blocks to Priest. Priest picks the defense up and scores.
Priest, normally the man who plays the point, with Crank out of the game, will now play the blocks.
Mosser in the right corner for Doddridge County. Priest, in fact, has played every position this season for Burch. Versatile basketball player. 34-13 the score. Burch in the lead as we approach the 2-minute mark. Here's Shepard off to Hudson. To Salmons, fakes a three, now pulls up from 17. The lefty missed it as it bounded in and out. Rebound out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Doddridge County. It belongs to Burch.
Doddridge County having difficulty getting their shooting range down. In this tournament, they have hit 44% of their shots from the field, but today, not the case.
Priest in the left corner for Burch. Back out to Billy J near the hash. Priest again on the baseline to Irwin. Off to Caudle, who shoots a three, and it's up and in.
Burch must have a shooting coach. You notice everyone who lets that three-pointer go, the rotation and the soft spin on the ball.
Shepard through the lane. He missed the shot. And the rebound to Burch. 37-13, a minute 29 to go. Irwin to Caudle, to Priest, left side Wes Irwin. Wes Irwin, back to Billy J. Billy Irwin bounces it off to Priest, then gets it right back. Clock down to 1:10. Priest, Billy Irwin playing catch. Priest dribbles, picks up his dribble. Priest bouncing it off right side to Caudle. Shot up off the front of the rim. There's Billy Irwin for the tip, no good. And the rebound to the Bulldogs of Doddridge County. Salmons peels off the defense and then throws it to Hudson, who wants a three. Doesn't shoot. Off to Mosser. 14-foot jumper in the lane, no good. Caudle gets the rebound. Immediately an outlet pass to Billy Irwin. No look pass to Caudle, who puts it up and in. That was J.J. Maynard on the receiving end of that no look pass. And it's 39-13.
And Kyle, bear in mind, Trinity Crank has been gone for about a minute and a half. And with Crank out of the lineup, Burch has extended their lead.
Turnaround jumper missed. Hudson gets the rebound. He spins himself free and puts it up and in. Hudson with 5, and it's 39-15. Clock down to 10 points. Clock down to 10 seconds, that is. Billy Irwin walking it into the front court, right in front of the Doddridge County bench. Irwin will shoot a three. It's up and no good. Rebound, Wes Irwin. His second shot at the buzzer, no good. And that's how the first half comes to an end. It's halftime at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. With the score, Burch 39, Doddridge County 15. This is the Metro News Radio Network.
It is a blister on his left foot. Trinity Crank is having that padded up and bandaged and is expected to be able to go at just about full speed once the third quarter resumes.
The biggest lead for Burch in that first half was 26 points, and it's 39-15 here at the half. Doddridge County not getting that inside production that they assumed they would be able to do today.
The unsung hero, J.J. Maynard. He is the one that has lined up behind Mike Mosser in the lane, and in the meantime, Burch has put Crank in front of Mosser. So it's a dual difficult task. Number one, trying to get the ball in over The long arms of Trinity Crank, and then number 2. Once you do, you have J.J. Maynard leaning on Mosser, and with the exception of just one time in the first half, is Mike Mosser able to get the ball on the blocks, turn, and fire, which is a strong shot. It didn't go in. As a matter of fact, Mosser, leading scorer yesterday, has not scored today and has had very limited opportunities to shoot.
Mosser 34 points in 2 games coming in, but he's been shut out today. Here we go, third quarter action underway. The DC Bulldogs trailing the Burch Bulldogs 39-15. Doddridge County with the ball to start quarter number 3. Bennett wide open on the baseline. His shot up no good. Tipped up by Mosser. And a foul.
Mosser will be called for pushing off. We got a good angle on it. His right arm pushed off a Burch would-be rebounder, and his left arm had the tip.
First foul on Mosser, and Burch with its first possession of the third quarter. Billy Irwin trots into the front court, picked up by Salmons. Right side, Priest. Priest dribbles once, picks it up, goes head of the key to Trinity Crank, who's back in the game. They dare him to shoot the 17-footer. He does shoot it, no good, but gets his own log rebound. Second shot up, no good. Crank bats the rebound around again, and it's out of bounds off Shepard. It'll belong to Burch.
Got to tip my hat to Burch. I wondered before this game, were they physical enough to match up inside with Doddridge County, and I think that question has been answered in the most definitive way.
Priest dribbling back out front. Now he has it stolen away by Shepard. Shepard tipped the pass and stole it, takes it linked to the court, layup no good. Rebound Billy Irwin. Billy Irwin racing from left to right. He pulls up at the free throw line, is bumped from behind, loses possession, then regains control. Crank to Priest, left wing, lob to Crank. He tried to get a hand on it and was unsuccessful. Caudle dives in an effort to save it in bounds. That was unsuccessful. It goes out of bounds back to Doddridge County, and now we've got a whistle and an injury. It's Caudle apparently has injured his right elbow, and he races off the court to be attended to by the Burch coaching staff. Wes Irwin quickly into the game. Long pass to Salmons. He fumbles it out of bounds. It goes back to Burch. Salmons had to leap high to catch that pass, and it was just out of his reach.
It has been that kind of day for Doddridge County. You have your best player down the floor for an open layup. Shepard unable to connect, and then you come away and commit an unforced turnover.
Billy Irwin walking it up on Salmons. He gives it to Wes Irwin, right wing. Trinity Crank pops out to get it. Billy Irwin left side now. Dribbles twice. Clears to Maynard. Maynard back to Billy Irwin. Guarded closely by Salmons. Irwin with 19 points in the first half. Here's Billy J driving the lane. He had it tipped away from behind, but he was fouled by Salmons. That'll be number 2 on the sophomore.
Billy Irwin, he is just dual efficiency with the offense. If you play him too tightly, he has the quickness to explode to the basket with either hand. You come out to check him and back up a little bit, anticipating the drive, and that quick release able to connect most accurately on the 3.
Priest, cross-court pass to Billy Irwin. Doesn't shoot, gets it inside to a wide-open Maynard. He missed the shot, rebound Crank. He scores and draws the foul. Crank knocked in the head after getting that rebound. Still with the concentration enough to get it up and in off the glass.
Trinity, more than anything, wanted to be put on the line in a 2-shot situation. If he got the basket, that was gravy. He just wanted to go to the line with an opportunity to shoot 2. Crank, outstanding free throw shooter for such a big man.
Here's the free throw. It's up and good. Trinity Crank has 9, and the Burch lead is 42-15 with 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Tipped away, nearly stolen by Wester when the ball kicked. Bennett catches up with it at midcourt, and Bennett's fouled. Bennett knocked to the floor right in the center jump circle.
Give you an idea of how well Trinity Crank has shot fouls in this state tournament. 15 of 20 at the line, and this is third game.
That foul on Wes Irwin, his first. He's in the game for Caudle, who left the game injured. Shepard gets himself free for the short jumper. He missed the rebound to Crank. Outlet to Priest. Priest, right of the lane, to Irwin in the right corner. Now Crank head of the key. Left side, Billy Irwin. He holds it high atop of his head, looking inside. Crank posting up, doesn't throw him the ball. Now Priest has it. Priest dribbling with the left hand, guarded by Shepard. Priest, as Shepard goes for the steal, finds himself open down the lane. The bounce off to Wes Irwin for a two-pointer. It's in and out, no good. Rebound Priest, up strong, up off the glass and in.
This offensive Burch is so interchangeable. Here you have a man who at times is the point guard, and Priest crashing the boards for the offensive stick back.
Hudson to Shepard, rejected off the glass by Crank. Outlet pass to Billy Irwin, to the goal, and he's fouled. Crank caught up from behind and swatted that Shepard shot off the backboard.
The Burch injury toll continues to mount. Cottle is on the bench with that right elbow, and now here comes Rick Priest, who apparently has a difficulty with his right hand. Either a jam of some fingers, or he's got a little bit more serious note than that. But right now, Burch, two starters on the bench with injuries.
Billy Irwin gets the free throw opportunity, and he hits the first. A two-shot opportunity for Irwin. He has 20 points now. Here's the second. No good. Rebound cleared by Bennett. Bennett off to Salmons. 45-15 to score. Burch in the lead. Shepard tries to throw it inside. It's tipped away and stolen by Maynard, but it's stolen right back by Mosser. Off to Shepard. Shot in the lane, no good. Rebound Mosser, and he's fouled.
We have been talking about the offense of Billy Irwin, the interchangeable workings of this Burch club. And then you look up at the scoreboard and you realize we are midway through the third quarter and Doddridge County has but 15 points. So let's put defense up there today on top of the interchangeable offense.
Brian Davis into the Doddridge County lineup as Shepard sits down. Mosser at the free throw line. First shot up and good. Mosser's first point of the ball game. He came in with 34 points in two previous games. And Mosser misses the second free throw. That's also the first point of the second half for Doddridge County. Burch leading this game 45-16. Three-pointer Wes Irwin up, no good. A rebound to Mosser. Mosser outlets to Salmons. Salmons into the front court. Orville Bailey waiting to check in for Burch at the next dead ball.
Orville Bailey will be a part of the Burch Twin Towers next year. He's a 6'5" junior and will join Trinity Crank on the Bulldog front line in '94.
Three-pointer Brian Davis is up and good. The 5'11" junior coming off the bench and hitting 4-3. It's 45-19. We've played half this third quarter. Burch in possession again. Crank will shoot a 15-footer and he hits it. Trinity Crank with 11. He's got things rolling now. Full court pressure still applied by Burch in this 47-19 game. Salmons run down the pass and steps on the sideline. It goes back to Burch.
Oh, that was excellent defense again by J.J. Maynard, forcing the turnover.
Trinity Crank leaves the ball game. He'll be replaced by Bailey, the 6'5" junior. Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 1993 state tournament is being brought to you in part by West Virginia University, your comprehensive university.
West Virginia University is your comprehensive university. WVU offers more than 175 degree programs in a friendly and exciting academic community. The university's dedication to quality teaching, research, and service is preparing West Virginians for the next century. WVU, West Virginia's flagship university.
The lonely hours after the other guys went home. The endless condition. The victories. The losses. It's all worth it when you dream of a state championship. Go-Mart welcomes all the dreamers. The players, the fans, the coaches, to the 1993 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball Tournament this week at the Charleston Civic Center. Proudly sponsored by your neighborhood Go-Mart convenience store.
47-19 the score. Burch leading Doddridge County. And the Burch Bulldogs, going for their second state title in 3 years, have the ball. Checking into the game is Charlie Justice for Burch. He gives it off to Orville Bailey. Lob out to Billy Irwin, who stays in the game. Irwin with the waist-high right-hand dribble, guarded by Sammons. Right side, Orville Bailey. Bailey looking inside, off to Wes Irwin. Left side, Billy J. Fakes left, goes right, pulls up on the baseline, back out front to Wes Irwin. Burch milking the clock now. It's down to 3 minutes for the third. 47-19 the score. A whistle and a foul away from the ball. An offensive foul that's going to be whistled on Orville Bailey.
Bailey trying to set a pick for Billy Irwin to come around, and Ron Christie rang him up. Right now, Burch has pretty much one offensive threat, consistent offensive threat in the lineup, and that's Billy Irwin, with Crank on the bench along with Cottle and Priest.
Here's Mosser missing off the baseline. Offensive rebound by Brian Davis, and his follow attempt is good. 5 for Davis off the bench. 47-21. As Billy Irwin brings it into the front court. Irwin makes a move around Sammons, commits himself in the air, doesn't shoot. He kicks it off to Charlie Justice, who hits a two-pointer, his foot on the line. 49-21. Sammons, the ball tipped away, and it belongs to Doddridge County.
Must be some kind of factory down in Mingo County. All of these people come off the bench for Burch. They have that nice release and follow through. Anybody can come in and hit the three. Anybody can come in and post up inside.
Hudson with the three. Deep in the left corner. I think the key's there. Number one, coaching. Number two, hard work by these players.
And Burch does not have a junior varsity program. They have a 9th grade team, but no junior varsity program.
Orville Bailey shoots the 15-footer. It's no good. A rebound to Bennett. He gives it off to Sammons. Sammons around Irwin. Sammons to Hudson. He'll shoot a three. It's no good. A rebound down to Burch. J.J. Maynard cleared that board. Trinity Crank getting set to check back into the game. 1:35 to go third quarter. Burch with a big lead. Charlie Justice to Maynard. 18 feet from the goal. Here's Billy Irwin leaning in from 14. That's the worst shot he's taken all day. He missed it a little bit low, and it's 49-24. Billy Irwin with 20 points in this game. Left corner Hudson back out front. Davis is feeling it, and he hits a three-pointer. Brian Davis with 8. He's come off the bench and provided a spark for Doddridge County.
Davis could very well be the man who will be the 5th starter next year for Doddridge County to replace the only senior in the lineup in Shepherd.
Inside they go to Crank. It's tipped away. Mosser's got it. Crank got it back for a moment, and now it comes back to Maynard. Back inside. That's Orville Bailey posting up. To Wes Irwin, a long three-pointer, no good. A rebound Maynard. Maynard shoots from 8. Off the front of the rim, no good. A rebound Mosser. Mosser clears to Sammons. Sammons over the line with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Sammons again to Davis, who fakes the three. Right side Hudson. Here's a three. It's up off the front of the rim, no good. A rebound Mosser. Mosser up strong, and he scores. Mike Mosser with his first field goal. And it's 49-29. The lead down to 20. 5 seconds to go. Billy Irwin will shoot a three. It's up off the back of the rim, the long rebound, and down to Burch, but that's how the third quarter ends. The score, Burch 49, Doddridge County 29. This is the Metro News Radio Network. underway, fourth quarter. Burch with the ball and a 20-point lead. J.J. Maynard holding it high atop of his head, looking inside. He comes out to Wes Irwin. Now Billy Irwin cutting for the ball. Nice dish to Priest. He draws the foul, misses the shot. Priest hanging in the air, attempting to draw that foul. He was successful in doing so. Priest to the line.
The Burch Bulldogs less than 8 minutes away from their record-setting 4th single-A championship. In addition to that, should they be able to maintain the advantage now, they can also take pride in the fact that Burch defeated George Washington High School earlier this year.
George Washington, of course, will be in action here at the Coliseum tonight, playing for the AAA state championship.
And David Barksdale of Beckley, get your paper and pen out. We're going to tell you in a minute what Mike Smith told us on how he defeated George Washington earlier this year.
50-29, the lead for Burch, 7:30 to go. And a pass intended for a wide-open Bennett underneath was short, and Maynard picked it off. Maynard to Billy Irwin, dribbling between his legs to Priest. Left side, Wes Irwin. Inside to Trinity Crank. Turnaround jumper, count it.
You just see how quickly Crank releases the ball with the back to the basket. When he posts up, he has to set himself a little bit more and takes a little bit more time to release it.
Here's a trap on Davis. He gets rid of the ball. Bennett has it now, driving in the lane. He rolls it up over the rim. 6 points for Mike Bennett, and it's 52-31, Burch in the lead.
All right, here we go. Mike Smith on how he defeated George Washington. He said, number one, George Washington does not give you a lot of shots, so if you're used to running it up and down the floor, you're in trouble. You have to take good shots each time down. And number two, make them play a full court game, not a half court affair.
Trinity Crank hits another fadeaway turnaround jumper off the baseline. That one from about 10 feet out, and it's 54-31. And another near steal as Wes Irwin went for the ball, and Scott Shepard has it deflected off of his hands, and it goes right to Billy Irwin. Irwin ahead to Maynard. Priest trailing the play, pulls up from 13 and cans the jumper. 56-31, 6 minutes to go. Pass to Shepard. He lines up a three, doesn't take it. Now he'll shoot the three as he moved a bit to his right. Shot no good. Rebound Crank. Crank saves it inbounds to Priest. Priest to Billy Irwin. Around his back at midcourt. Pass down underneath to Maynard. Shot up no good. There's Crank, and he had it trapped on the backboard, between the backboard and the rim. A violation called there. It goes back to Doddridge County.
Trinity wanted to jam. He thought he had a timed ride for the ball to come off and jam it home, but off just a hair, and that's when he had no choice but to pin it against the board, and violation occurring.
The Bulldogs of Doddridge County looking into the full court pressure once again. Here's Salmons breaking the pressure. Salmons streaks into the front court, off to Shepard. It's tipped away from him, but Mosser recovers and scores. Mike Mosser with 5. 56-33, 5.5 to play. Irwin walks it up. Irwin working on the left wing, right in front of Mike Smith, seated on the Burch bench. Smith's 4-year record at Burch, 79-19. Here's a three-pointer, Wes Irwin, no good. Rebound, Mosser. Mosser gives it to Salmons. Salmons moves to the middle. Dish to Shepard. Shot altered by Billy Irwin. Irwin gets the rebound up to Crank. Here it comes. Crank. Oh, I thought he'd jam it. He couldn't because he was fouled from behind. He put it up off the glass, scored it, and drew the foul.
Let's see if they will call an intentional foul. I'm not sure if now they will count the basket. And it is a one-shot foul. As Salmons reached in from behind, and I thought for a moment Ron Christie might signal the intentional.
Charlie Justice back in for Burch. Priest has a seat.
Well, as Burch continues to build on the lead, as we work our way toward the close of this game, this victory margin will be the widest of any single-A champion since the 1988 championship game when Bramwell defeated Hamlin by 31.
Free throw no good, but a turnover Doddridge County. Here comes Burch again. And a turnover on Burch. Maynard lost it. Mosser comes up with a steal. Clock down to 4:45 to play.
And that victory in '88 by Bramwell, that's one of those 3 championships that put them in a tie, a 5-way tie with the other single-A schools we mentioned earlier.
Three-pointer Brian Davis, and he nails it. Brian Davis with 11 points off the bench. And they've all come on long-distance jump shots. 58-36. Maynard with it, off to Wes Irwin. He wants an 18-footer. It's up and in. Wes Irwin with his first 2 points. Irwin 6 points against CK, 11 against Peterstown, and 2 here today. Mosser with the long jumper, no good. A rebound, Shepard. Shepard twists in the lane and scores. Scott Shepard with 8. 60-38, under 4 minutes to play. Billy Irwin walking it up. Off to Wes Irwin. Wes Irwin drives right down the lane, and Hudson reached in there and tried to slap the ball away. Instead, he got Irwin on the wrist. Wes Irwin to the line.
Wes has been an exciting player in the first 2 games of the state tournament with those downtown bombs, unable to connect on any today. But Mike Smith said, hey, I don't have him in the game for defense or rebounding or passing. When he is put into the game, he is told, shoot it. And Wes isn't shy about responding.
Wes Irwin with 2 free throws there. And there's a timeout on the court. Time for this important message from Jostens Learning, turning technology to the heart of education.
Right now, in schools all across West Virginia, there's something going on. Something you might not know about. Something's changing the course of education. It's Jostens Learning, a system of educational software and computers that takes learning to new heights. Students are challenged, stimulated, motivated, and they learn all at their own pace. But don't just hear about it. Visit your schools and experience Jostens Learning firsthand.
If you're between the ages of 8 to 18 with basketball on your mind, put the Gail Catlett Mountaineer Basketball Camp in your plans. June 13th to the 18th and 20th to the 25th are 2 weeks of concentrated basketball instruction and activity. Week 1, the emphasis is on basics. Week 2 is competition week. Learn from the entire Mountaineer coaching staff and special instructors. Don't wait to apply. Call the Gail Catlett Mountaineer Basketball Camp at 293-2193. That's 293-2193. Call today.
Doddridge County playing a solid 4th quarter, but it's a little bit too little too late. Doddridge County got itself in trouble in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs wearing their home yellow, 4 of 6 in this 4th quarter. Burch still shooting the ball well, 5 of 7 are the Bulldogs in blue in this 4th quarter. At 62-38, Burch leading Doddridge County. Salmons brings it up over the time stripe. 3:40 to play in this game. Salmons takes one dribble, gives it off to Hudson. Hudson kicks it back to Salmons. Left wing now, Shepard. Shepard skip pass, right side to Davis. Davis has played this entire 4th quarter. Here's a 3. It's up off the front of the rim, no good. A rebound to Maynard for Burch. Ahead to Billy Irwin. Irwin dribbles between his legs, nearly loses it. Gives it off to Justice. Irwin has it back. Wes Irwin now on the left wing, looking inside. He works around a crank screen, pulls up from 15, misses the shot. Rebound down to Salmons of Doddridge County. Salmons cruising into the front court. Off to Hudson. Here's a 3. It's up, no good, but a foul. Trinity Crank fouled him from beyond the 3-point line. It'll be 3 shots coming up for David Hudson.
People look at the success of this Bulldog program and think, man, Mike Smith must have tryout numbers to reach into the 20s and 30s. He does not. As a matter of fact, only about 13 or 14 try out each year for the Burch team, because every year Mike Smith and his players go down to the grade school level as the first free throw is good, 6th and 7th grade, and they'll say, hey, if you want to play for the Bulldogs, this is what we demand, not require, but demand, and it is a sacrifice. And many, many young people in that Mingo County community realize, hey, I may not be cut out for all of that. But those who do stick around are enjoying the rewards, like a single-A championship in less than 3 minutes.
Hudson on the 3rd foul shot, hits it. Hudson in double figures now, 62-41 the score. Burch in the lead. Billy Irwin breaks the trap. Billy Irwin still with it down the baseline, and it's hammered away by Mosser, but Mosser fouled it.
Another look at the explosiveness of Billy Irwin. Pulls up momentarily on the wing left side, and right when you think he's going to pull up for the J or to dish off, boom, maintains that dribble, and here comes that explosive move, even to his weak side, the left side.
First foul shot up by Billy Irwin is good. They whistle the foul on L.R. Salmons. Salmons was there with Mosser. Salmons' fourth foul. Second shot up and good. Billy Irwin with 22 now. A lock for the Class Single A All-Tournament team. 2:40 to play in this Class Single A championship game at 64-41. Now a turnover as Doddridge County throws it away. Hudson trying to race to the scores table to retrieve it. He cannot do it.
We'll have to check the numbers in today's game, but turnover-wise in the state tournament, Burch has not had a game where they have committed double-digit turnovers. 6 today. So as of now, as most of the starters go out of the game, that pace will maintain. 8 against Cerrito Canova, 9 against Peterstown. In 3 games, a total of 23 turnovers.
Burch has got 6 players on the court, and the only one that spotted it was Billy Irwin. He says, wait a minute, we can't set the ball in bounds yet. There's 6 guys out here. It seems that Burch has been playing the whole game with 6 guys. 64-41, 2.5 to play here, fourth quarter. The Bulldogs with Billy Irwin and 4 subs in the game. And now an offensive foul down underneath. It'll go against Burch, and it gives the ball back to Doddridge County.
Ashley Sparks, the man called for setting the pick. And in this Burch offense, the post players are required to set some dynamic picks. We had Greg Farrell interviewing him before the game. Greg Farrell was so key in that 91 championship run for Burch because he set the picks that would isolate Roger Workman and Kevin Hatfield.
We've got a timeout on the court with 2:17 left. Subway, home of the world's greatest tuna sandwich, presents the Subway sub of the game. Coming off the bench in this game to be selected the Metro News sub of the game is Brian Davis of Doddridge County. He provided a spark. Davis coming in firing. He hit 4 of 5 from the field, including 3 3-pointers. 11 points for Brian Davis. He is our Subway sub of the game.
And again, Brian Davis, probably the key to the puzzle for Doddridge County next year is, like the Burch Bulldogs, the Doddridge County Bulldogs look to replace only one member of that starting lineup. And Dan McConnell certainly can turn the disappointment of this game into the prospects of next season. Just simply telling his team, hey, we came this close. Imagine what it's going to be with this experience behind us and the experience of another season. Of course, come Monday at Doddridge County High School, basketball coach Dan McConnell becomes baseball coach Dan McConnell.
L.R. Stammen still in the game for Doddridge County. He gives off to Davis. Davis dribbling between the rings off to Salmons. Salmons near midcourt. 2 minutes to go. 64-41 the score. Burch leading Doddridge County. David Burnside into the lineup for Doddridge County. Shot put up in the lane. It rolls around, will not fall. Burnside goes hard after the rebound, gets that offensive rebound. His second attempt is thwarted, and he's fouled by Burch. The foul will go on Daniel Mounts, his first foul. Well, and it puts Burnside at the line.
Burch has indeed had a tough schedule this year. We mentioned Williamson and Tolsha and Ravenswood and Wheeling Central and George Washington. Those are teams they defeated, by the way, that made this 93 state tournament field. What else could you do? How could you toughen the schedule even more? Well, I guess you could schedule Beckley. They did for 94. Burch and Beckley will play in the next basketball season.
Burnside gets 1 of 2, and it's 64-42. Burch in the lead with the ball. Ernie Hinkle in the lineup for Burch. He has it. He gives it off to Orville Bailey, 20 feet from the goal. Back to Hinkle. Hinkle dribbles once, pulls up in the lane, has it stripped from behind and stolen. And it's stolen right back by Burch as Daniel Mounts comes up with a turnover, but he turns it right back over. So Doddridge County will get it after all.
Mike Smith is a man who believes in goals. And you know, most coaches would think, well, if a situation develops, we'll do what's best for the team. That's number 2 with Mike Smith. The first goal is do what's best for the program. Let's don't just confine it to this year. Let's look at down the road.
Turnaround jumper, Burnside, no good. Offensive rebound for Doddridge County and a steal. The ball taken away by Ernie Hinkle, and he's fouled from behind. Hinkle took it strong to the goal and drew the foul. Hinkle to the free throw line with a chance to get himself in the scorebook. The 6-foot junior. 2 fouls coming up, 2 foul shots coming up for Hinkle. First shot up, and it is good. We'll hear from Burch head basketball coach Mike Smith immediately following this game. Second shot rattles around and falls. That'll be coming up after the ceremony honoring the state champions, the state runners-up, and the all-tournament team in Class Single A. Less than a minute to go, and another steal by Burch. Charlie Justice throws it up and draws the foul. Charlie Justice will go to the line. He was fouled and knocked to the floor, but he's back up.
Past 2 trips down the floor off the break. Burch has taken some heavy spills. This margin of victory today for Burch represents the largest victory margin that the Bulldogs have claimed in 4 state championships. The closest came in their first one, 1957, when they squeezed by 4 over Barrackville. 89, Burch defeated Bishop Donahue by 9, cruised by 14 over Peterstown 2 years ago. And not only is today's game the record-setting 4th title for a single-A school, but the largest victory margin for the Dogs as well.
Justice gets them both at 68-42 with 40 seconds to go. Doddridge County back in possession of the ball. Brian Mills has it, right wing, and it's lost out of bounds. Back it goes to Burch. Clock says 32 seconds left. 68-42 the score. Burch waiting for the time to run down. Lob into one of the Twin Towers, Ashley Sparks, and his shot is up and good. Sparks posting up in the blocks, and it's 70-42. Now a foul. Foul whistled on Burch's Daniel Mount.
You know, Burch does not commit a lot of fouls either. Here we go. For the 2nd straight game, they are not on the 1-1. Against Peterstown yesterday, all of that pressure, the Dogs didn't go to the 1-1.
Foul shot missed. Rebound loose in the corner. Picked up by Doddridge County. Clock down to 4 seconds to go, and a double dribble violation gives it back to Burch. Talk about those fouls. It's amazing considering all the pressure that Burch applies to teams, and they just don't foul. Clock down to 2 seconds, and ball out of bounds, but the buzzer sounds. It is over. The Burch Bulldogs, the Class Single A state champions for 1993. 70-42, the final score. Burch with its 2nd state title in 3 seasons. The Bulldogs beating Peterstown 2 years ago here in the championship game. We'll return to the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum in a moment to recap this game after we hear from Gomart. Go for good times. Go for Gomart.
Why is Gomart becoming one of America's favorite convenience stores? Hi, I'm Marty McSheen, and we're taking calls. Go ahead, caller. Why is Gomart becoming one of America's favorite convenience stores?
Because Bubba is a wimp, Marty.
Bubba?
My best friend. See, I'm a macho kind of a guy who likes to go hunting, Deer, turkey, duck, it don't matter if it's in season, I'm going to kill it.
I see.
But with Bubba, we no sooner get out of the woods and he says, let's go to Go-Mart and get this. Let's go to Go-Mart and get that. Shoot, him along, I can't kill nothing. Unless I'm backing over a squirrel in the parking lot or something.
Well, Go-Mart is the favorite stop for the great outdoorsman.
But I never see the great outdoors with Bubba along.
Well, next time you go hunting, go by yourself.
By myself?
Sure.
You mean like alone?
Well, a lot of guys do it.
I don't want to go in the woods alone, Marty. There's creepy things out there. Snakes, bugs, worms. I hate worms, Marty. I hate them.
Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart. People all over are cashing in when they play the West Virginia Lottery's Cash 25. They've won over $9 million, including more than $125,000 prizes. That's because Cash 25 is the game with the best odds in the country. How do you cash in on Cash 25? Go to your lottery retailer, fill in your Cash 25 play slip, and if you match 6 out of 25 numbers, you've won $25,000. Drawings every Friday. Play the West Virginia Lottery's Cash 25, the game with more winners more often.
Hi, I'm Tim Catfish McNeely. As a young athlete from Chapmanville, West Virginia, I dreamed of going to West Virginia University and playing with the Mountaineer team. I wore the blue and gold proudly and received a first-rate education, too. Now I'm a graduate student at WVU's law school. West Virginia University. It's still an inspiration to me.
In the days before the shot clock, one college basketball game actually ended with a score of 1-0.
Come on, shoot! What's the hurry?
These days, things move faster. So we suggest you spend the next, say, 24 seconds deciding whether you'll give some sirloin beef kebabs, porterhouse steaks, or juicy burgers a shot tonight for dinner. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by the West Virginia Beef Industry Council Beef Checkoff Program.
If you've ever had a tension headache or felt tired because you were down in the dumps, then you understand how the mind and body work together. Anyone can find themselves overwhelmed by a difficult situation in life, such as a problem in a relationship, work, or finances. Working with a psychologist can help you find a solution to your problems. Whether the solution is action, increased understanding, or a change in perspective, it can be good for your health as well as your peace of mind. Call the West Virginia Psychological Association at 345-2716 for more information.
At the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, time to honor the state champs and the state runners-up along with the all-tournament team. Let's go to our public address announcer, Frank Blake.
On behalf of the Board of Control, the Board of Appeals, and the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission staff, I would like to thank everyone for being a part of this 1993 West Virginia Boys State Basketball Tournament. Back on November the 16th, 1992, all teams in the state were equal and had the opportunity to be here this afternoon. So it's a great honor to have come this far, and we want each of the participating teams to know that it deserves the respect and admiration of everyone throughout the state of West Virginia. In today's complicated world, we have found that athletics help provide the discipline, integrity, and courage that are necessary to cope with the problems of life. So we truly feel that athletics is the other half of education. And now we would like to recognize Mr. Tom Kidd and Mr. Jerry Trimbush, West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission Board of Appeals members, who will present the awards to these outstanding basketball teams. The first award will be the Sportsmanship Award, and the winner is Clay Battelle High School.
The Seabees of Clay Battelle eliminated in the first round of this tournament, but they still win the Sportsmanship Award.
The next award will be for the best cheering section, and the winner is Sarita Canova High School.
The CK Wonders, beaten by Burch in the first round, but they had a nice following here at the state tournament. They win the cheering section award.
Next, the all-tournament team. From Marsh Fork High School, Chris Duncan.
The all-time leading scorer in Raleigh County. And he put forth a gutty
From
effort
Parkersburg
and some
Catholic
physical
High School,
confrontation
Brian
against
Barrett.
Doddridge County.
Brian Barrett of Parkersburg Catholic, 17 points against Doddridge
From
County.
Burch High School, Trinity Crank.
Trinity Crank, 51 points in 3 games for the state champion Burch Bulldogs.
And again, a big man who can
From
shoot foul
Doddridge
shots.
High School, Scott Shepard.
Scott Shepard, 27 points in 3 tournament games for Doddridge County.
From Peterstown High School, Kelly Mann.
Kelly Mann, the do-it-all player for Peterstown.
From Burch High School, J.J. Maynard.
J.J. Maynard getting recognized for his defense. You gotta love that.
His defense and rebounding, exceptional.
From Doddridge High School, Mike Mosser.
Mike Mosser held to 5 points today, but he had 22 points.
And from Burch High School, Billy Irwin.
Billy Irwin, 22 points today. 19 of those coming in the first half. He was content to set up his teammates in the second half.
When a take-charge situation was needed right off the bat, it was Billy Irwin who took charge. Mike Smith said, hey, we want to come out of the gate and we want to take Doddridge County out of it. And he used his best athlete. Billy Irwin responded.
Billy Irwin, 53 points in 3 games. So the all-tournament team in Class Single A, J.J. Maynard, Trinity Crank, and Billy Irwin from the state champion Burch Bulldogs, Mike Mosser and Scott Shepard from the runners-up, Doddridge County, and Chris Duncan from Marsh Pork, Brian Barrett from Parkersburg Catholic, and Kelly Mann from Peterstown High School. You could win a few games with that team.
You talk about some outside shooting between Owens and Barrett, Irwin, Kelly Mann. You could have a 3-point parade.
Players getting their pictures taken as a group, and I think they're all here. Even the players from teams who were eliminated earlier in this tournament. And they received their plaques and congratulations from each other.
Now we would like to present the individual awards to the runner-up team from Doddridge County High School. Please step forward to receive your awards. Eric Griffin. Dave Hudson. L.R. Sammons. Mike Bennett. Brian Davis. Mike James. Mike Mosser. Scott Shepard. Brian Mills. And Dave Burnside. And now, with the team captains or coach from Doddridge County High School, please step forward to receive your runner-up trophy.
Doddridge County coach McConnell in his first year at Doddridge County, as the basketball coach at least, taking his team to the championship game.
Dan McConnell has served for years as the baseball coach, and come Monday will be the baseball coach to start the season at Doddridge County. His only basketball experience, coaching the 9th grade team at Doddridge County High for a few years.
Dan McConnell out there with his 2 seniors, Mike James and Scott Shepard, the only senior starter for this Doddridge County team. And he's getting his picture taken with the trophy and those 2 senior co-captains.
And now, with the members of the Burch High School squad, come forward to receive your individual championship awards. Ashley Sparks. Trinity Crank. Orville Bailey. Wes Irwin. J.J. Maynard. Daniel Mounts. J.B. Cottle. Ernie Hinkle. Rick Priest. Charlie Justice. And Billy Irwin. And now, with much pride and pleasure, we would like to present the Class A West Virginia Boys Basketball Championship Trophy and Game Ball to Burch High School.
Burch 80-19 over the past 4 seasons. They have 2 state titles and 3 trips to state during that time. We'll return to the state capitol and the 1993 West Virginia State Basketball Tournament in a moment. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Mike Smith joins us courtside here at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. His Burch Bulldogs, the state champions in Class Single A, 70-42. Coach, congratulations, you're a state champ again.
Thank you very much. I just want to praise the Lord. I mean, I don't say that trivial, to trivialize. I'm telling you, that's how I really feel. We've been through quite a bit, and I really give him the praise and the glory for the victory.
Coach, you also have a tremendous senior that's led you to this point. Billy Irwin, 19 points in the first half when he needed to score, and then when he didn't need to score, he backed off, set up his teammates beautifully in the second half, and you cruised.
Oh, I know, and that's so typical. You know, a lot of people try to give some heat over the video and stuff and say, well, what's this, what's that?